Dude, okay, get this. There's this Reddit post, right?
Yeah.
Woman posts, because her girlfriend, also a woman, suddenly says she's pregnant.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she swears, like pinky swears, no guys involved. What the actual, it's wild.
Okay, my brain just did a full stop. Seriously.
Seriously. So today we're doing a deep dive into this truly bizarre Reddit story. It was posted back in November 2015 by a user called So Confused Reddit.
Apt username.
Totally. Posted on Arbester Redditor updates. And yeah, confused is putting it mildly.
Okay, lay it on us. What's the setup?
All right. So the poster, she's 29, been with her girlfriend, Anna, who's 27 for 4 years. Things are serious, like talking engagement serious.
Yeah, solid relationship.
Exactly. Everything seems totally fine until Anna starts, well, gaining weight noticeably, just around her stomach.
Okay. But, I mean, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, but Anna's usually pretty active, watches what she eats, and she is trying here, exercising more, eating healthier, but the stomach thing isn't budging.
Okay, that is a bit weird then, especially she's trying to lose it.
Right. And obviously pregnancy isn't even like on the radar for, biological reasons.
Yeah, kind of a key detail in a same-sex relationship.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So Anna eventually gets worried enough to go see a doctor.
Makes sense.
And this is where it just goes completely off the rails. Anna calls the poster later from work, apparently really upset, choked up, says they need to talk, like seriously talk when she gets home.
Oh, man, your mind immediately goes to the worst places, right? Like some terrible diagnosis.
Totally. Poster's bracing herself for awful news. But then Anna gets home, tears streaming, and drops the bombshell.
Okay, hit me.
The doctor told her she's 13 weeks pregnant.
Get out. No. 13 weeks.
13 weeks. The poster's just, what? How? Which, yeah, totally fair reaction.
Absolutely. And Anna, what's her reaction?
Anna's apparently a mess.
Yeah.
Sobbing, completely bewildered, swearing up and down. She has no idea how this could have possibly happened.
Wow. Okay.
Situation. Right. So the poster, her head's spinning, obviously. She has to ask the awkward question, right? Like, hey, do we forget to mention a recent encounter with a dude?
Yeah, I kind of have to ask. Super awkward, but necessary.
And Anna is just adamant. No, absolutely not. Swears on everything. So the poster's just stuck between this impossible medical statement and her girlfriend, who she trusts, freaking out and denying everything.
Man, that's a tough spot. You want to believe your partner, but physics, biology, it's just,
Exactly. It's like your brain just breaks trying to reconcile it. And you can see why she turned to Reddit, just needing someone to help make sense of something utterly senseless.
Yeah, desperate times call for anonymous internet advice, I guess. So what did Reddit say? Let me guess. Cheating.
Pretty much top of the list, yeah. Cheating, maybe a, faulty condom situation she wasn't admitting to, maybe denial, maybe something even sketchier like being drugged, though that seemed less likely.
Immaculate conception wasn't high on the theories list.
Shockingly, no. So the poster is just torn. She loves Anna, wants to trust her, but the logic is just screaming, nope, total head wrecker.
Yeah, that puts trust under a serious microscope, doesn't it? What happens when the person you trust tells you something impossible? Wow.
Okay, so deep breaths. After the initial meltdown and like a million Reddit comments basically saying she cheated, they decide, okay, we need a second opinion.
Definitely.
Smart move. So they go to a different doctor. This time, the new doc does an ultrasound.
The moment of truth or, extreme confusion.
Right. Can you imagine sitting there? Like, is there actually going to be a little heartbeat against all known laws of nature?
Attention must have been insane.
Plot twist.
Oh.
No baby.
No baby. Okay.
I think zilch. Instead, the ultrasound shows a mass on Anna's ovary.
Whoa. Okay, hold on. A mass.
Yeah, not a fetus. A tumor. They do more tests, and the diagnosis comes back. Stage 1 ovarian cancer.
Oh my God. That's, wow. From suspected impossible pregnancy to cancer. Yeah. Yikes.
The massive curveball. But suddenly some things start to click into place, right?
Like the weight gain.
Exactly. That growing stomach. That was the tumor growing.
Okay, that makes a horrible kind of sense. But what about the positive pregnancy test? How does that happen?
Get this. The second doctor explained that some ovarian tumors, certain types, actually produce HCG.
HCG, the pregnancy hormone.
The exact hormone that pregnancy tests detect. So the tumor was basically tricking the test.
Wow. I didn't even know that was possible. So the first doctor sees a positive test and just stops there.
Seems like it. And the second doctor pointed something else out too. Anna apparently had a history of irregular periods.
Okay.
Which the first doctor had apparently just dismissed, brush it off. Second doctor was like, that could have been an early sign.
Oh, come on. Seriously, the first doctor just ignored that.
Looks like it. Just heard positive test and assumed pregnant. Case closed. Didn't listen when Anna said it was impossible, didn't consider other possibilities.
That is negligent. Wow. Especially when the patient is telling you it can't be right.
You just feel for them, don't you? Imagine the whiplash. First, this insane pregnancy confusion and potential relationship ending drama.
Yeah.
Then relief. Okay, no baby, no cheating. But
Mhm.
then, bam, cancer.
It's just an unbelievable emotional roller coaster. Relief mixed with absolute devastation.
Anna apparently had this like super dark sense of humor about it later.
Yeah.
She joked that she kind of wished it had been the Messiah because then at least they could keep the kid.
Oh, wow. Gallows humor, definitely. But yeah, you probably need that to cope with something. So completely bonkers.
Totally. But the big takeaway, I mean, besides the crazy medical mystery, is how badly that first doctor messed up.
Oh, absolutely. That wasn't just a small mistake. Dismissing the patient, jumping to conclusions, potentially delaying a cancer diagnosis. That's serious.
For sure. And the Reddit comments section apparently lit up with people sharing similar stories.
So I bet.
Yeah. People saying doctors, especially male doctors, sometimes just blow off women's symptoms, blame it on stress, anxiety, hormones, or just default to, are you pregnant?
Even when it makes no sense, like same-sex couples or people who aren't sexually active.
Exactly. Stories of misdiagnoses, cancer being called something else, autoimmune issues ignored for years. It's pretty sobering. The consensus on Reddit was clear. The first doctor needed reporting, like yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. It really hammers home how crucial it is to, advocate for yourself. If a doctor isn't listening or something feels off, get that second opinion, push back.
Definitely. You have to trust your gut, right? Especially when the explanation you're given feels completely off the
It's
wall.
your body. You know when something isn't right.
So I guess the final thought here is,
Yeah.
What does this whole insane story tell you? For me, it's about not being afraid to question the experts, especially when their answers feel totally nuts.
Yeah. And maybe it makes you wonder, how often do dismissive attitudes or biases lead to misdiagnoses, even when the truth isn't quite this dramatic? Something to think about for sure.